Yo, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? This is Coach V back out here, your host for the Seize Your Beast podcast. We are on episode motherfucking 4, and today we are going to be talking about how hope ain't no motherfucking game plan, baby. We're finna get straight into this. Start off with a story about my younger days, probably 12 years old. Probably 8 to 12 years old. Since a youngin', I've always grown up overweight. To be honest, it's not the most fun experience because to go through a list of pains, always getting picked last for sports, always feeling self-conscious of myself, never using my voice to speak up, just always overthinking and worrying about what people were going to say because I am that bigger dude in the class. Always get made fun of for having man boobs. Or man boobs. Getting titty scooped. Getting love handles tasered in elementary school. Man, that shit was vile. That shit made me furious on the inside. And it brought up a lot of pain, I felt like I never fit in with everybody. I was always the odd one out. It was a very big struggle to make friends growing up. The only friends I could make were the ones I had common traits with. They were overweight just like me. And, we generally had the same interests. We would play Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, watch Dragon Ball Z, stuff like that. And basically, what I'm trying to get at is when you are overweight and you are more on the chubby side, you have let God down. Because there's nothing more that God hates than sloth and laziness. Right? You know what God is? That higher power, the universe, is that little voice you hear inside your head where it's telling you to tap into your higher potential, right? Your higher self. And getting made fun of, getting your man boobs scooped in elementary school, getting picked last for sports teams is just such a shame, I don't wish that upon anybody that watches my content. That's why we're here to tell y'all how to get fit, baby, and make the resources easily available to y'all so you can make all kinds of gains. Going through my childhood, every time I would go to the Gurdwara, I would pray to God, man. I would pray to God, make me skinny, bro. Make me skinny. I'll do anything to become skinny, bro. And looking back at it, I would get so pissed off, when anybody, somebody fucking scooped my man titties or, called me a name in class or something like that. I wouldn't let it affect me on the outside during the moment, but inside my head, I was like, man, this ain't no way to go out, baby. I know there's something better for me on the other side of hard work. I would lock myself in my room, bro. Do push-ups, do sit-ups, run around my fucking backyard, do laps. And I wouldn't even watch my diet or anything like that. I'm 8 to 12 years old at this point, probably from grade 5 to grade 7 at this point, and just going to fucking war with myself inside my room after school, man. If any of these, which were a common occasion for a fat kid, if y'all ain't grew up fat, you probably never experienced these, but you probably have got bullied in different ways. Not bullied, or got poked fun at, right? Got poked fun at. And I always had that voice inside my head, man, that's telling me to rise up to my higher potential, to go chase my higher self. And I'm going to go to pray for a better life, to become skinnier, and it would never work because I would just hope, right? I would just hope, and it wouldn't work because I wouldn't watch my diet, right? I would just do all this exercise and I would eat what the fuck I wanted still because, the most common forms of antidepressants nowadays is television and fucking food. How many of you know motherfuckers that all they do is just fucking watch TV and then fucking order Uber Eats, fucking DoorDash, fucking, what's that other one? I had never fucking even installed any of these food delivery apps on my fucking phone. But that's how it be. 2023. You can get all this food delivered to you in an instant heartbeat. And that's what people depend on, man, to get a dopamine hit. And there's a better way out. That voice inside your head when you look at yourself in your mirror reflection and you see yourself, you're not proud of the physique you withhold at the current moment. It basically is God speaking to you. Tell you, man, fuck all this sloth shit, man. Fuck being a lazy son of a bitch. You gotta will yourself to win. Couple points to fix your situation are: you need skill and you need will, right? The will to win, which basically means do as much exercise as you want, but if you ain't having no game plan, your actions aren't aligned with your goals, you are always get the short end of the stick. Repetition is the key to success. At the end of the day, like, when you first go inside that gym, you might be shaky when you're doing some barbell bench press, some squats. But the more repetition you do, the better you get at it. The more you practice, the better you get at it eventually. And any skill is learnable. We have YouTube. We have infinite amounts of information. We live in the information era nowadays. At the touch of your fingerprints, you can access any information on the World Wide Web. Get access to answers you need. But you have to go seek out that information. A lot of people are lazy nowadays to go seek out the information. They're just wishing, hoping that their life is just going to get fixed. And then they resort to food, television, different vices, smoking, drugs, gambling, all this other bullshit to fix the gaps in their life, which ain't going to become fixed. Just hoping. What you need to do is set up all the daily actions. Right? Set up the daily actions for you to execute your game plan to get fit, right? Because if God hates sloth and laziness, you are God's gift. I'm telling you this right now. You on the other side of the screen, you are God's gift. You're letting him down. Not tapping into your high potential because your habits, your routines, your standards are not in alignment with the person you want to become or the person you could become if you got your shit together. I see so many people nowadays talk a big game, man. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to become a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, all this shit, right? And they talk it like so fucking nicely throughout their teen years, man. And then they grow up, they're in some monotonous job they didn't fucking ever see themselves doing as a youngin'. And their dreams are left to die on that pillow. Right? Because they keep sleeping on themselves. They keep sleeping on themselves and they keep sleeping in. And words are who you want to be. Actions are who you actually are. Right? So don't depend on hope. Develop a game plan. And develop the skill and will to win out here. It ain't going to be easy, but I promise you it's going to be worth it. That's a small story, man. Me growing up in the streets of Surrey under my elementary school in HP Matthew. Definitely weren't my brightest days, but they were memorable because they made me into the person I am today. And your story should be the reason behind your success. And some of you guys have stories you keep telling yourself on repeat. Man, I can't get fit. And I can't become a doctor. I can't go to school. I'm too old. There's all these whole bunch of excuses. I don't have time to do this. No, it all comes down to your will to win. How bad do you want this shit? Nothing is just going to fall into your laps. You want to grow a social media following. You want to have a different job. You hate your fucking job. You hate fucking your boss and shit. That motherfucker is in your life for a reason. Because when anybody has an easy story from rock bottom all the way towards success, they get handed a lot of stuff, it's not that interesting, right? The more difficulty the road and route is towards success, the better the fucking view. And put in the work today so tomorrow you can get the results. Nobody can do this shit for you. And honestly, man, when you hear that voice inside of your head that's talking to you, telling you that you gotta go work out, you gotta fucking eat healthy, what the fuck are you doing, man? Sleeping in, pressing snooze, jerking off, playing video games, fucking all this bullshit that's fucking holding you back when you're chasing instant gratification instead of delayed gratification. It's telling you that you got more work to do. And you ain't going to be happy until you become your higher self. There's two voices, man. In those cartoons, Simpsons, goddamn SpongeBob, I don't even know. There's an angel, there's a devil. And then you always gotta listen to that angel, that higher self, that voice that's telling you to do the right thing. You know what the right thing is. You gotta have those habits, actions, standards, and routines all in alignment with the person you want to become. Because hoping ain't going to do nothing. Right? You gotta start working. Work every single day relentlessly. Build some resilience. Become resourceful. A lot of you might not have the most resources to become fit, right? But you got to make do with what you got. And nobody likes the easy come up story. So no matter what situation you're in, do not blame, do not complain, do not make excuses, but find a way. It's always better to find a way somehow, some way. And will yourself to winning. Don't be a victim. Fucking guide yourself to victory instead. Victim is absolutely wrong. Victor is fucking absolutely correct. And that's what you should strive for. If you guys enjoyed this podcast, make sure you leave it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. And that's it for today's message. You need the skill and will to win. Repetition is the key to success. And last but not least, your daily actions, your habits, your routines and standards. They need to be in alignment with the person you want to become. Yes, sir. Coach, you sign off. Peace out.